Yo, hey guys, Ken Periman here, and I am back again with another product, and it's this guy right here. You guys know what it is, right? We're here, but it's the FANTTIK Tent, 8-person. Explorer's kit? Interesting. What might be in here? Now, I'll tell you one thing that I would probably consider in my many years of tenting and all that stuff. Tenting, camping, military, all that kind of stuff. Oh, cool. You get a couple stickers. Yeah, and you get a nice little card. Dear FANTTIK Outdoor Explorer, thanks for choosing our tent. Happy camping. So basically, in short, hey, contact them if you got any issues or whatnot. So good point here. I like the stickers. They're kind of nice looking. But yeah, this is pretty straightforward. But back to my point of camping and tenting and whatever you want to call it. I would strongly consider getting some waterproofing just to double check and double secure these areas. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, inside the bag, there's a plasticky, looks like paper, but it's not. It's kind of a plastic print, but it's so basically a quick how to set up your tent. Pretty cool. Now, there is 2 main ties in here. Let's go ahead and move the inner stuff out. Okay, so there's a carrying bag. Now guys, if you've ever dealt with tents before, it's almost an impossibility to get it back into the bag or into the tote or whatever you want to call it. So that's one of the challenges I'm going to see if I can make happen. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and first move this off. It's a little windy out here, so I hope this doesn't blow away, but let's go ahead and get started real quick. Okay, I see what's going on here. All right, what is this? Oh, this is the rain fly. Okay, get this open. We'll go ahead and put this on slightly later, but there is the rain fly. All right, now this should be the excess that you're supposed to roll up. This appears to be the bottom. How you doing, dude? All right. Okay, I see where it is. Right. Okay, yeah. Yeah? All right. Yeah. Okay. I see what's going on. Now, my luck, the main entrance will be over there, but all right. And you got to pull it till it clicks. There you go. I would have normally kept this closed just so that and you definitely want to do that when you're putting out your guy lines. But let's go ahead and roll this up. Now, you got to get it situated just right. Yeah. All right. There's going to be some clips that'll pop off, but for the most part, as long as they're on, you'll see sometimes these will come off. Check around, make sure all your clips are done, locked in. Yeah. Get your tent as square as possible. And then, of course, nice breathing section. You're going to run a stake down there. Okay. I'm a pretty big fan of this already. I am loving this. So let's get some breeze going through here. Let me walk you in through this. Let's see how we're looking. Now, I'm a huge fan of not wearing your shoes inside the tent. And luckily, these are slip-ons. I can completely stand up in this thing. No concerns whatsoever. Oh, this is so nice. Guys, this is nice. This is super nice. And then if I want to, I can open up for ventilation, right? These zippers are pretty nice. I don't know why people have said, I thought I've heard some things about, you know, the zippers, but they seem to be really smooth and really nice. All right, so mesh is looking really good. Inside, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break out the camera, my personal camera, and I'm gonna show you inside. This video is not gonna do it justice, but really cool thing is there's these little attach points. We'll show you that here in a minute. That's going to be part of the rainfly / jokingly the bug hammock. But it's a hammock area where you can put like lights and stuff and have it down shoot. You can also, if you don't want the hammock, just have a light sitting right there. Sorry you can't see it very well because of the sunlight, but there's a hook right there. But look at that wide openness. Now it is a little bit, well, it's a lot of bit overcast, but it looks like it might want to try and rain on us here. But so I'm gonna get that rain fly up here in a sec, but look at all this stuff. I mean, you've got a hook here. So if you want to hang something over the window, and you should, yeah, and it's supported. You've got a little pocket to put your cell phones in over here, one over here. You have a power, you can't see it, but you can see it from the other side, but you can run a power cable in here, maybe from a generator or from a solar battery or whatever you want to call those things. Run it in through there. You also have, which I haven't done, is you'll pull out and stake that floor ventilation so that you can get a little air out. And then, yeah, let's go ahead and put the rain fly up and just put that on just to show you how easy that is to put up. Now, I'm not going to run the guy lines on this, but that's how we're going to do this. What just fell out of the bag was the stakes. What can you expect from the bag of stakes? Guys, I'm sure you know what it's going to look like. I was going to say, I knew that they were smarter than that. They tied it in a loop. So you get plenty of these stakes, and they are of the standard type that you know. I'm not going to stake anything down today. It's not that windy, and we'll be taking it down here in a few minutes anyway. So there's your stakes. I see how they did this. This is your hammock, bug hammock, as I was referencing, and they still have a hang point in the middle. Oh my gosh, that's kind of cool. I like what they're doing there. That is pretty cool. We'll get to that here in a few minutes. I think it's literally about to rain. So, okay, I have, oh no. Oh wow, this is cool. We're going to go ahead and show you this. This is pretty cool. Now I know what those hooks are for. Okay, Okay, we're gonna do that here in a few minutes. I'm gonna show you that. And this is what I think it is. Yes, it is. This is your door entry. And this should go on this hook right here. And then, yep, there it is right there. This hook right here. And you now have a mudroom, kinda, sorta. Okay, now let's go ahead and get this guy on. Okay, and it comes with its own guy lines. Nice. All right, let's go ahead and bring this down so it's a little bit easier to deal with. Oh no, I see where the hooks are. Okay. All right, this is adapting to a tent that is a little bit larger than you. Don't know how far down this will go, but we're gonna go ahead and get this thing on. There it is. Okay, here are the guy lines. These are pulled out all pretty well all by themselves. All right, let's get this tent back out to a respectable distance. First, we're gonna put up our hammock. So firstly, you're going to take this centerpiece, lock it into place here, and then on each corner, there you go. Now, you can put your hook right here, and let's just say you decided that you wanted to go ahead and, let's say you wanted to go ahead and turn on a light. You can take this, and if it's dark out, you'll know that the cell phone light will light this tent up just fine. But again, hang your phone up there, hang a lantern right here if you want to, and then even more so, let me bring this down. Ladies and gentlemen, you now have a divider. So, what we're gonna do is take this guy right here. We're gonna put this guy right here. Okay, no, we're not. And then of course, you can take this down here somewhere. There it is, right there. Put it there on the bottom. There should be another one down here. There it is. And of course, if you had this staked out, this tent would be out a little bit further, being a little bit tighter. But now you have a partition in your tent. So let's say you're sharing this with some maybe like family members that are not like immediate family members, your cousins, your brother, your sister, whatever, you know, and they got their wife over there or husband or whatever doing a quick change. You want to give them their privacy. Also, maybe just a little bit that they just want to go ahead and take a nap, and you want to do some stuff in and out, let them do their thing. You are good to go. I mean that there is a divider in here, and while there's not a door there, you can still, you know, unhook from the bottom, walk through. I probably wouldn't even be putting the bottom on, but you could just walk in, have your own space. And again, they have said that this would fit comfortably 2 queen mattresses, air mattresses. This is phenomenal, this tent here. I'm really happy. I'm excited to use this, and I'm excited the fact that this will actually fit in my Jeep. Now the question is will it fit back in that bag that I'm pointing to that you can't see? All right, so I will tell you one thing that I've noticed about this tent is while we can still, you know, adjust this, there is an anchor point down here, right, that you can pull this guy out and down and stake it down. You can open these legs up, right? There you go. Then stake that down, get that nice and tight. But without the guy lines even being deployed, you have a ton of air in here. Now, I will say I think one of the concerns might be, I can see right there, is there's a large opening at the top. So when you don't have rain going on, you can see stars at night, the sky, it's gonna be beautiful. But the problem's going to be that if you get a blowing wind with rain, it might blow up into here and get through the top of the tent. But as long as it's relatively down and side angled and not tornadic and blowing in through here, I think you're gonna be okay. Yeah, you can employ the lines, and I probably will at a later point in time. And this also helps keep it from flowing away, but gives you that, and I like that little bar right there that helps keep this all off the tent, so while you do have airflow. Okay, and then of course your little patio, and again, I would have this staked. But let's go ahead and take the divider down. Oh, take your shoes off. Of course, now it's getting windy. This may not be the best option in the world, but I'm gonna give it a shot. Let's go ahead and close out the windows. Let's put this thing down. Your mama dresses you funny. Wait, what? No. There's a lot of seams, obviously, and you want to make sure that they're weatherproof, water resistant. And you can tell that they're working to ensure as much and as best as possible that there's limited water leakage. Okay. Strangely enough, well, I probably did not fold it anywhere near what they did. It's back in its bag. Okay, it is back in its tote. where it should be. Done. That's it. This is set up, it's ready, it's done, it's ready for the next adventure. I'm super impressed with its size. Oh, I love the size. I've been so used to all those small tents, compact tents, you have to stay ducked or crawl in and out with your hands and knees type thing. This guy, you can walk right in. You have to duck to get through the door, but everything else is perfect. Stand up, especially for me, I'm not that tall. So this is wonderful. All right, so now as you can see inside my Jeep Wrangler, this is a 2024 Jeep Wrangler, the tent fits perfectly in the back. Now, if you first try to put this in, you'll notice that it doesn't quite fit. You have to do it at an angle. The reason why is this piece right here, right? If you look, it steps back a little bit, about the 2 to 3 inches that you need to fit the tent. Same thing over here. There's a couple more inches that you can barely see it, but there's about 1 inch or 2 that you get back here. Perfect size. It's almost like it was designed for a Jeep Wrangler. So guys, I hope this was helpful for you. I do appreciate your time, and I'm out, hopefully camping soon. See ya.